And I'm very pleased to say that Nigel Farage joins me from Beeston in Nottinghamshire. Very good afternoon to you. So how's your march going?
Good afternoon. It's going well. Started off in Sunderland last Saturday and we'll finish up getting into Parliament Square on the 29th of March. The day we were promised over 100 times with the Prime Minister was the day we would leave the European Union. The day that 500 MPs voted for us to leave the European Union. But it looks like we're on the verge of being betrayed, so we're not very happy.
Yeah, so clearly if you're aiming to finish on the 29th of March, pretty fruitless now, isn't it?
Oh, it's not fruitless. Let me tell you something. The referendum was the greatest democratic exercise in the history of this country. We had the whole world threatening us, telling us, don't vote Brexit. We did vote Brexit, and we were told it would be implemented. So we'll be there in Parliament Square on that day to say, if you think you can walk all over us, you've got another thing coming.
Tell us about your Brexit party now. You are officially taking over as leader, aren't you?
That is right, absolutely. You know, I never thought we'd need a Brexit party because, as I say, when 500 MPs voted for Article 50, I thought we'd won. Even I, after 20 years in this business, misunderstood the sheer level of deceit and dishonesty there is now amongst our career politicians in Westminster. This is now a battle of people versus the politicians. For the first time in the history of our great country, we have a parliament ignoring the will of the people. It's a betrayal. It's a total disgrace.
The will of the people suggests that with 4 million having signed up for another referendum, the people certainly are talking.
Don't make me laugh. That petition put together, signed by people from all over the world, including Russia, so perhaps you should look at collusion into that case. And, you know, I mean, the whole thing's a nonsense. There are people boasting they've signed the thing 100 times.
Tell us about your party, your Brexit party. What are you aiming to achieve? Are you aiming to put forward candidates for the European parliamentary elections? Theresa May clear that she wants to get out before that happens.
I formed the Brexit Party because that's our backstop. That's the Brexiteers' backstop. Because if this betrayal becomes complete, and I hope and pray it doesn't, if it becomes complete and we finish up with a 2-year extension or something like that, we will have to fight those European elections on May the 23rd. And, you know, I'm not, after 25 years of having fought to make the United Kingdom an independent country, going to stand aside, have these people walk all over us. I will, if necessary, lead the Brexit Party into those elections on May the 23rd. And I tell you what, the establishment won't know what's hit them.
What kind of support have you got? Clearly, your march there has some numbers, but we're seeing thousands in London.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, it's the same story. In fact, in many ways, this march and the size of it and the type of people taking part compared to what's happening in London today, it's all very emblematic because all the way through this, it's been people like me fighting on behalf of the little people against the big battalions. But as we proved on that day, on the 23rd of June, 2016, actually, Middle England is with us. And it certainly isn't with career politicians who've lied and cheated on this issue.
What's going to happen? I mean, it's anyone's guess, isn't it? But, you know, we've had developments the last few days, the last few weeks. Clearly, Theresa May now, speculation she won't be bringing this deal back to Parliament. Where are we going?
Well, the law of the land is we're leaving next Friday. That's the law of the land. And the one person that could deliver Brexit next Friday is this Prime Minister. But I'm afraid, despite the fact she's told us 108 times in public we are leaving on March the 29th, I suspect she'll change the law during the course of this week. That's when the British public will realise this betrayal is complete. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we leave on WTO terms so we can get on with the rest of our lives. I really passionately do. But I just have no faith in this government, no faith in Parliament, and I fear that to get the Brexit we voted for, we've got more battles to fight.
And just to confirm, then, you are back at the forefront of British politics. I mean, you've been the leader of UKIP a number of times. Clearly, you've moved on, but you're aiming to fight and fight on.
I don't want to. I was a businessman who came into politics motivated by one thing, the belief that our country should be an independent, self-governing country, making its own laws, having its own courts, controlling its own borders. I thought I'd won. It now appears I may not have done. So if I have to come back and fight them again, I'll make you a promise. Next time, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Right, well, we'll see. We'll wait to hear what you say about that when things develop. Thanks a lot. Nigel Farage, many thanks for your time this afternoon.
You.